Here we go.
Start talking.
Wow, well that ramen was very spicy. It was pretty fucking good though, I must say. My poor stomach didn't appreciate it though. That's how spicy ramen is. It's worth it. The pain is worth it. And I would have gotten to this next part sooner, but I was kind of distracted by a certain game that has a lot of culture in it. I'm totally not a degenerate at all. Nope. I'm just into all the wholesome Love Liveness. Clearly just into wholesomeness all the time. Wholesome 24/7. Anyways, let's get to all that RIN data. I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of RIN data, so let's just get right into it. Hey Rin Nezo, do you want to join me? Let's get the RIN up here. Okay. Rin, you ready? Cool. Okay, Rin, get comfortable. You might be here for a while. Okay. In episode 4 of season 1 of the anime, we have the start of the Rin Pana train. Like, why did Rin do it like that? She even says Kaiochin is cute? Wait, she also says that Haneo will be a fan favorite. Why isn't this more accurate, guys? And also, look how Rin holds Kaiochin in this episode. It's very nice. And there's even some Rin Maki at the end. It's pretty freaking cute. Then in episode 5, there's even more Rin Maki. In episode 7, Rin loves the idol otaku side of Kaiochin, and how idols make her go crazy. Well, we all know Rin likes all sides of her. And then there's some Rin Maki teasing. Then in episode 10, Rin wants to sleep next to Kaiochin. In episode 1 of season 2, yes Rin, we all know you like Kaiochin. In Ep 5, we know, is the Rin-centric episode. Well, with all the shipping goodness, well, to me anyways, there's loads of Rinpana. And Tamaki Rinpana. And even some Rinmaki, maybe? Also, look at this Rin-Ellie right here. Right there. In episode 6, there's some, in quote, Nozo Rin. In episode 8, there's also... In episode 8, there's also... Oh my fucking god. In episode 8, there's almost no Zorin. Thank God. In episode 11, there's Rinpana's ship and the Rinpana feels snuggle moment. In episode 12, Rin just wanted to keep Kaiochin warm. And then later, she says she looks cute. Oh yeah, I also remember the Rinpana hug at the end. In episode 13, there's Loki, Rinmaki, and Rinpana. Even some Hona Rin, and then Rinpana holds hands. Okay, and then in the movies, there's a whole lot of Rinpana diabetes. And then even Rin almost wanted to fight Nico because she thought she made her cry. There are also some sprinkles of Kota Rin and Rinelli, I believe. Yeah, that's it for the movie. And then for the PVs, there's Rinmaki and Rinpana in the 6th PV. I have a feeling that you and Kaiochin like each other very much. Anyways, it's time for the manga. In the chapter 0, she tackle hugs Kaiochin. In chapter 1, she snuggle hugs Honk. In chapter 1.5, she hugs Kaiochin as usual, and then pats her down. Then in chapter 11, Rin is jealous of Nikopana. In chapter 16, she snugs up to Kaiochin. Chapter 18 has Maki Rinpana, and she was also caught wearing Kaiochin's pantsu. Rin, what the hell were you doing? And then in chapter 22, Rin just touches her boobs. In chapter 23, Rinpana training together. It's not that gay, it's just cute. Then finally, in chapter 24, Rin was very protective of Kaiochin, because Nozo was being Nozo. Damn, Rin, you thirsty. You're thirstier than how you are when you want ramen. What? Okay, time for the School Idol Diary. In season 1, chapter 1, there was a cute Nozo Rin moment. And then in chapter 7, there's loads of Nozo Rin. It's freaking adorable. And I'm so grateful this exists. It helps you appreciate Nozomi more than you probably already do. And as we know, chapter 9 is a childhood Rinpana chapter. In chapter 18, there's a second of Koto Rin. In chapter 2 of volume 2, there's a Rin Maki hug. And then, in chapter 2 of the special edition, it's such a beautiful chapter, in my opinion. First of all, Rin was protective of Kaiochin in the beginning, and then she worked together with Maki to watch over Kaiochin to make sure she's alright. So yes, Rin is gay for both Kaiochin and Maki. This chapter just says Maki Rinpana writes, Maki Rinpana's supremacy, all the way. Then in chapter 8, Rin does that to Maki. It's a small moment, but it's cool. It counts. Now it's time for School Idol Festival. In chapter 3, part 3, Rin tells Honoka that Maki belongs to her, and that's pretty fucking gay. In chapter 6, part 2, Rin wants to help Kaiochin lose weight, so it's pretty cute and low-key gay. And Maki's there too, so that's extra sprinkles of cuteness. In chapter 7, part 3, it's a small moment, but it's some nice Maki Rinpana goodness. Rin wants to marry both Kaiochin and Maki, and of course, Maki was bearing very soon about it. Very soon there. In chapter 9, part 1, Rin simps for Kaiochin. So yeah, enough said. And then in chapter 12, part 2, she simps for her again. In chapter 13, part 1, she hugs Maki along with Honoka. I really wish this was in the anime. And then in part 3, she holds Kaiochin's hand because she was nervous, and then she offered to hold it again. In chapter 16, part 1, Rin ran ahead with Muse when they were hiking up a mountain, and then she got tired because she has so much energy. So then her girlfriends decided to hold her hand. Even Kotori approved. So basically, they just recharge all her gay energy. In chapter 17, part 3, she draws a hato on Kaiochin's drawing. In part 4, she tells Nico her face always looks cute. I'm basically just giving Nico some extra love this time. In chapter 19, part 2, Rin shares an umbrella with Maki, and it's super cute and really gay, and then it dissolves into even more Maki Rinpana. Yes, my bias is definitely getting taken into account. In chapter 21, part 1, Rin says Kaiochin looks good in a swimsuit. And then yet again in chapter 24, part 3, she says she loves Kaiochin, if you couldn't tell how much she loves her already. In chapter 24, part 4, Rin says that she only missed Kaiochin and not Nico. Then in chapter 35, part 3, Rin writes her name next to Kaiochin and draws a heart around it. And then she teases Maki about being jealous. Then we skip to chapter 40, part 4, where Rin comforts Maki. She is sad, BB. In chapter 42, part 4, she dances with Kaiochin. In chapter 44, part 2, Rin picks out a robe and a swimsuit for Kaiochin, and she says she knows that she would look fantastic wearing them. In chapter 46, part 4, we get a In chapter 46, part 4, we get some rare goodness. In chapter 46, part 4, we get some rare goodness again, because Rin teases those of me. And finally, in the final chapter of the Sif main story, chapter 47, part 2, Rin asks her girlfriends to help her make her look cute, which is ridiculous because she's adorable already. And that's gay because Maki Rinpana is yes. Oh my god, that was so much longer than I thought it would be. Rin has so much gay energy that it just drained it all out of me. But we're not done yet. We're almost done, so let's just get through it. Okay, there's Rinumi art, Rinpana art, Rin Maki art, and Ellie Rin art. Oh yeah, and Maki Rinpana art, of course. Oh yeah, and there's also the Rin Maki song, Beaten Angel. It's not as gay as other songs, but it still has some gay lyrics. So that's finally done. Damn, Rin, that was a lot. Now I feel like the rest of the girls are gonna be a lot too. But it's fine. We'll just worry about it when we get to that point. But first, we gotta put Rin on the tier list. Rin, you're going right here. Let's find Rin first. Where's Rin? Rin. Oh, here's Rin. Okay. Anyways, okay. And after all that, so much data, I decided to put Rin next to her wife, Kaiochin. Oh, I'm just kidding. Okay, she's going in the Beyond Escape tier, for sure. Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Because as of right now, I feel like she has potential to be in the Beyond Gay tier, the highest tier. But for me, there's something missing. That's missing that will put her at that spot. But I'm not sure what it is. I guess I feel like at the end of all this, I'll go back and then see if I change my opinions. Please let me know in the comments if you want me to do that and whatever. Okay, finally, it's time to finish up the first years, and it's time to get to my best Muse girl. Hell yes, I'm super excited for this. But how am I going to get into the mood? Do I want to eat tomatoes to get into Maki mood? Not really. No offense, I do like tomatoes, really.
A little later.
Fine, I'll have a tomato. For the people. And wow, conveniently, a tomato just randomly appeared. I guess here we go. Maki, I'm doing this for you.